Alright, so now we need to put some stairs in that go from level 1 to level 2 and from level 2 to level 3 in here. One thing I'm going to do just so we can see what's going on better is I'm going to pick this and go to the temporary hide isolate and hide that element so we can kind of see the stairs being created in there. Another thing you can do, and this is up to you, is if I go to my graphic display options down here, which you can also get to over here, I'm just going to bump up my ambient lighting a little bit. So if you come in, you can push the ambient light up and hit apply, and it gets a little brighter. You may want to watch this when you're rendering or doing and set it back to 0, but that's just something you can do just to be able to see a little better if that's helpful. Okay, so let's go to plan A1, and I'll WTZA and scroll in on where the stair is, and then I'll scroll in on this guy. And so what we want to do is create this stair, and to do that you can go to the architecture tab and stair, and if you click on that it's going to give you a 7-inch max 11-inch tread white, because you're using my template. You would get the regular 7-inch tread one if you were using the Autodesk template. But if we take a look at that and go to edit type, basically what it's doing is it's creating a 7 and 11-inch based on code in the United States minimum and maximum, right, for the stair. And then there's a whole bunch of other settings down here we can talk about later. But this is not a code stair. It's in Tokyo. It's vertical. It's about 45 degrees. So I created a stair for you, and we brought it in doing the transfer of project standards to a 9-inch max 8-inch tread. So if I click on that and I go to edit type, you'll see that the difference is that it's been changed to 9 and 8, really. Okay, so I'm going to hit cancel. So go ahead and select the 9-inch max riser 8-inch tread, and let's set our location line. So that's how it's going to find the stair. Let's set that to left, run left. And then it's going to do a width of 3 feet, but that's fine. We can adjust it. And you can see that it's starting at plan A1 and going to plan A2. It's giving us 13 risers, right? And then we don't have any risers created yet. And here's the height. So it's actually doing the calculation for us to figure out what that is. So what you can do once you've set all this up is just come over here and left click and start drawing, and it's going to start creating the risers, right? And it's telling you how many you have remaining. So as soon as you get to 0, you can left click, and you can see it create those stairs, and it's going and it's putting the last riser on the face of the floor, right? And so once we're done with that, you can hit the big green check, right? And now you have your stairs. The only thing is they're a little wide, right? So just like almost everything in Revit, you can pick these and edit the stairs and get back into sketch mode. And then if you pick them, you get a little pull, right, where you can pull that guy, and you just want to pull it to the edge of the interior of that wall. Now Revit, since it has a 3-foot minimum width set in the type parameters, is yelling at us. It's saying you're not to code, you're not meeting the minimum, and that's okay. We'll just ignore that. Okay, and so now hit the big green check. You got your stairs. Now we could create another set of stairs here, but I know that the distance between this level and that level is the same, so I'm just going to pick this stair, copy it to my clipboard. You could use Control-C. And then if I go to paste, I can paste align to selected levels, and I can paste align to selected A2. And it just puts that in there, gives us the same error about the width. If we wanted that to stop showing up, we could edit the type and maybe make the minimum the minimum run width, we could make it maybe 2'6", right? And it'll click OK. And now it'll probably stop giving us that error. Now we just need a shaft to cut a hole so we can actually use the stairs, right? So to cut a shaft, you can go to plan A1 or plan A2, wherever you want to do it. And then I'm just going to go to the architecture tab, and there's an opening panel, and one of them is shaft. So you can click on shaft, And basically we just want to draw a rectangle where we want to cut a hole in the floor. So I'm just going to click on rectangle, and you can see that it has a base constraint and a top constraint. So let's take that up to plan A2, or actually we need to go to plan A3, right? So let's go to plan A3, and then I'm just going to draw a rectangle around the stairs, right? And then if I hit the big green check, you'll see that right, cuts a hole. Now maybe we want to pull it in, like this. Unfortunately, we can pull it in because we want to catch that last piece right there. We could actually catch that stringer. If you needed to slice this guy off, we could do that as well, like if it was at an angle. But if we come in here, we can edit that sketch and say, okay, well, we want to move this guy in to there and hit check, right? Let's cancel that, right? So now we have that, but now it's overlapping there. So there are some things that you kind of have to go in and figure out after the fact. So I'm just going to leave that guy like that, and that's our stairs.